Hello collective, this is Sam from Artemis Oracle. I wanted to do like a sort of like a follow-up full moon and Libra reading because I was reading the Moonology deck, and of course I'm still learning about the moon, I'm learning about astrology, and I want to share whatever I can because I think it's beneficial for all of us, not only for Librans or anybody who has Libra in the chart, it's just for people in general, right? So I was reading about the full moon in Libra, and it says that the energy is more so focused with relationships and partnerships, which is something I mentioned in my video yesterday. Today is April 11th when I'm filming this. So it has 5 top questions you're supposed to ask yourself. The first is, have I been too concerned with appearance in general? Have I been thinking too much about others and neglecting my own needs? Have I been too easily influenced, gullible, or unable to decide for myself? Have I been living my life through someone else? And have I spent enough time beautifying my life? Right? So those are the top 5 questions you need to ask yourself during this time. And the message is to remind yourself to see the beauty in life. And it says, find a balance between what you need and what you need to do for others to keep them happy. And if you need to forgive, you can perform a forgiveness ritual if you have one, or you could just simply, like for me, I believe that the most important person we need to forgive is ourselves. Because in any dynamic that we're involved with, we always play a part in it, especially if it's a relationship, a friendship, a partnership. You know, we can't control what other people do, but we can control what we do. We can control our own actions. We can better understand our own feelings and how they influence how we behave with other people. You know, so I feel like the most important person that you need to forgive, if you feel like you need to forgive anybody, is yourself. That's my belief. You can forgive other people, but if you do that, it's because you're doing it for yourself, not for them. So that's my belief. And also, you have to be grateful for everything that you have. You know, we may not always get everything we want, but if we appreciate all the little things that we do have, no matter how small, anything, even if it's not anything we have, it's just being able to be alive, be able to move our bodies, to speak, to sing, to dance, to breathe, to have autonomy in some way, where we can actually, you know, we're mobile. We're able to even think for ourselves, make decisions for ourselves, take actions that are for ourselves. That's something to be grateful for, you know? So since the Libran full moon, which is also a pink full moon in April, is about relationships and partnerships, I wanted to do like a quick love reading for all signs. I buried the lead, didn't I? So I just want to go through each sign and see if there's anything that you need to know during this full moon season in Libra, full moon Libran season, because it is a season. You know, just so you know, the reason why the full moon is in Libra is because Libra is the opposite sign of the Aries. Okay, so now we're going to go into Aries, first sign. All right, what does Aries need to know about their love life? And I'm using the Love Oracle. What does Aries need to know about their love life? Wow, reconciliation. So if there's someone that you've been having some type of difficulty with, and you can have reconciliations with family members, friends, lovers, colleagues, you know, it's about coming to a mutual agreement, to see eye to eye, to have understanding, and to be more respectful and considerate of each other, right? So if you're in reconciliation, you know, you may be in reconciliation with somebody, and full moons tend to reveal things. For me, I noticed around full moons is when certain people reappear in my life. You know, it's not so much the retrogrades. Maybe I need to pay attention to the retrogrades, but it's more so the full moons. That's when I tend to see certain people. So there may be somebody coming around who wants to reconcile, who wants to bring some balance in your relationship, and they may want to come back together. They miss you, because the card says reunion, second chance, back together, I miss you. So there may be someone who wants to come forward and apologize, possibly, or you may want to go forward towards reconciling with and apologizing. So that may be happening for you, Aries. Now let's go to Taurus. It's funny because Libra and Taurus are both ruled by Venus. Taurus, social media, spying, online dating, reminiscing, networking. You or are maybe spying on someone, or someone may be spying on your social media. They may be interested in you. You may be seeing, you know, when they suggest people. I know I had a Taurus looking at my stuff. That's why I was like, Taurus and Scorpio. My ex, he's good. The other ex, I'm like on the fence about him. Anyway, so someone may be spying on your social media. They may be reminiscing, or you may be reminiscing. He doesn't know I have this channel. So I know he's not here, thank God. But you know, you may be online dating, so someone may reveal feelings towards you. You may be seeing someone revisiting your profile a lot, and you possibly may receive a message from them, maybe, you know, or they just may continue to smile on you, be a weirdo. But if it's someone that you're interested in, you know, it doesn't hurt to shoot your shot. You know, if they keep looking at your profile, they must be seeing something that they like, Taurus. So, you know what I mean? So, shoot your shot, you know. And I do not resonate with this at all, okay? We're dealing with a Taurus. All right, so Gemini. What does Gemini need to know? Ugh, addiction, okay. Toxic attachment, drugs, alcohol, obsession. So, Gemini, you have like the duality with you. You know, with the twins, you know, there's always the angel twin and then the evil twin. So either you're dealing with your shadow side right now, you may be faced with some challenges that may trigger some toxic behaviors or toxic attachments in some way. So this may be a time to be very wary of anything that can cause you to go back to bad habits. So beware of anything like that. You know, there may be something tempting. You may get an opportunity to engage in something tempting that you know isn't good for you. Or, you know, there may be someone coming back that you know isn't good for you. So avoid that, as, you know, if you can, you know. I know it's supposed to be about love, but, you know, there may be someone who feels like they're addicted to you. And addiction doesn't necessarily mean a good thing. Addiction is not a good thing at all. So if there's anything like that coming around, just be aware of anybody coming around with that type of energy. You know, you don't need that right now. Right now is the time for you to be focusing on being healthy and taking care of yourself in the best way possible. Not engaging in behaviors or with people who bring out the worst in you. Okay, Gemini? Okay, excuse me. Can I get a card for Cancer? Cancer, okay. You may be dealing with a Gemini, or you're the Gemini. Gemini's dealing with you. That card came out. I want to see what's at the bottom of the deck. Fear. Okay. Wow. Almost fell over. Fear. If you are, you know, there's someone that... Are you afraid? Are you suspicious of someone coming back? Someone from a past? Someone that you probably felt very addicted to? Someone that you felt very attached to? Maybe coming back, or you may be feeling those feelings again. Is it something that you're fearing? If you see that someone, or because this is about love. If you see someone engaging or wanting to come toward you that you're afraid of, anyone who makes you feel unsafe, because Cancer's I said we because rising sign, that's my rising sign. I'm gonna pull another card for you, because that card, it came out. Okay, Cancer for Cancer. We'll see how that plays off with this, because we have fear and addiction for you, Cancer. Okay. Divine intervention, serendipity, catalyst, supernatural karma. Okay, so okay, someone that you may have been dealing with who may have been toxic, who may have not been the healthiest in your relationship, may be facing some sort of karma at this time because of whatever they may have done to you or have been doing. Or possibly this person may be wanting to return You may be running into someone that you may have had some toxic attachments with. It may be, I would say it could possibly be like a test for you to see if you've moved on from this person or this friendship, or if you know, this is going to let you know if you still feel any anger towards them. Do you feel any type of resentment, or do you still have feelings for this person? So I feel like this is some sort of test for you to see how you feel, because we had the fear come up. You know, is this someone that you're afraid of seeing because you might run into them during this full moon? So yeah, just that's a little warning for you, Cancer. Okay, Leo. Can we get a card for Leo? Ooh, dates. Ooh. Courting, dating, anniversary, meetup. So there may be somebody who may be inviting you out for a date. It could be some sort of anniversary that you may be celebrating at this time during the Libra full moon. This person may be, I mean, this card has like a positive connotation, so it doesn't necessarily have to be like a romantic relationship. It could possibly be you being invited by a friend to go out, a family member to go out, you know, to meet up. If it is dating, like in a romantic sense, this person may be expressing some sort of emotions towards you. They may be revealing their true emotions, possibly wanting to take your relationship to the next level, possibly even take it to a more serious level, where it possibly can be a marriage or something, you know. So that's something for you to look forward to, Leo. Okay, now let's get a card for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? Okay. Wow, you're also getting the reconciliation card. Okay, reconciliation. Virgo. You may be dealing with an Aries. You possibly may be running into someone from the past who you've had some type of discord with, some disagreements, and you might be meeting up or getting another opportunity to make amends, to make things right. If this is a romantic relationship, the person will possibly want to restart your relationship, give it another try. Or it could possibly be you reuniting with a friend that you haven't seen for a long time. So yeah, you take the house that resonates, Virgo. Okay, because Libra is about partnerships and relationships. And relationships are family. They could be platonic, romantic. The reconciliation card really wants to make its presence known. Okay, for Libra, what does Libra need to know? What does Libra need to know? Healing. So this may be a time for you to be healing. You may be healing some sort of relationship with someone, healing a friendship. Yeah, it's wounds, improving, mending, progress. So you may be mending some sort of relationship that you have with someone. It could be platonic, it could be romantic. Yeah, so there's going to be some type of mending going on. You both may be going through like a process of purging, and maybe wanting to do that together, especially if it's something that has been an interference in your relationship. So, and with doing that, it's going to allow you to improve your relationship. It's going to allow you to work out any issues that needed to be addressed and find some sort of compromise and understanding with each other. Okay, Libra? So, now you're going to my Scorpio sisters and my Scorpio brothers, or possible Scorpio lover. I had to be cringy. Okay, Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio, that's why. I'm cringy because I'm a Scorpio. That's not how I meant it. Scorpio. Fated meeting. Meant to be, destiny, to be determined encounter. So I'm single. So just playing. Well, I am single. I'm just playing about being stupid right now. Anyway, so you might be meeting someone new, someone that you may be running into somebody that you know, or possibly you're going to be meeting somebody new. It's going to be a type of meetup where it's like destined. It feels serendipitous. And maybe somebody that you may click with right away and feel like you've known them before. Like you've probably known them from a past life. Yeah, you may be meeting them at a party or something. If you're going to some party, some type of event, social gathering. So yeah, so that's something to look forward to, Scorpio. I don't got a party to go to, so that's not me. Well, I invite me to a party. Should be a comment. Just playing. Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius make you know? How we live on the full moon Libra. Sagittarius. Try to be a little flirty. Relationship. Commitment, partner, boyfriend, girlfriend. Okay, so you may be in a relationship, or you may be talking to someone who you are considering having a relationship with. This is someone that you can see having a good time with. You have common interests. Or you possibly have somebody, or you are going to be having a good time this weekend. This full moon in Libra is going to be a great time for you both, because you look like you're having fun together. Like it seems to be some sort of closeness, intimacy between these two people. So that may be something to look forward to this weekend if you are in a relationship, or you possibly will be meeting someone who you feel like you could have this type of relationship with, where you could just laugh, have fun, basically carefree. You have a lot in common. You see how they're dressed similarly. They're both wearing sunglasses. So it looks like you're going to be meeting someone that you may be having a good time with, and who could possibly be your boyfriend or girlfriend. Okay, Sagittarius. Okay. All right, now we're going into Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know about love? The Libra full moon. Capricorn love. Libra full moon. Romantic feelings, Capricorn. Falling in love, affection, happiness, emotions. So there may be someone that you're having romantic feelings for at this time. It may become apparent during the Libra full moon, or a person may be expressing some type of romantic feelings towards you, and it may be someone that you feel the same about, or you know your situation more than I do, but it looks like it's something that is going to bring some sort of happiness. It's going to be an expression of emotions. This is definitely a love card. That is definitely a love card. So this is a really good one. You know, you probably are going to be told that someone is falling in love with you, or that, you know, the person that you're in love with is going to share that sentiment with you. So that may be the time. This may be the time that you both reveal that to each other. You know, so I hope you... That's lovely, Capricorn. Okay, so now we're going to Aquarius. Aquarius. What's the first thing to know about the Libra full moon? Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, Aquarius. You got the heartbreak card. Hurt, betrayal, grief, disappointment. There may have been some disappointment in the past, or you may find out something that's going to be very heartbreaking, sad, disappointing at this time. Wow. I want to pull another card for you just to clarify that. Aquarius. Tell us about heartbreak for Aquarius. I'm so sorry. We got liquid courage, bravery, confidence, intoxicated, odd behavior. But then you have spiritual awakening. I feel like you're going to be finding out something that is going to hurt you. I fucking hate that I have to report this. Oh God. It may have to do with someone being intoxicated. It may possibly maybe you're causing some heartbreak. Maybe you're ending a relationship with somebody because you are understanding that the relationship isn't a healthy one. Because when I think of liquid courage, I just think of alcoholism. I think of toxic behavior, toxic, not healthy habits. So I feel like you may be ending a relationship with someone who may be engaging in unhealthy behavior that has been a hindrance in your relationship. And I think you're having that realization that, you know, that being in a situation like this has been hurting you, and that you it's like you have a sudden realization, epiphany, that your health, your happiness is paramount to anybody else, no matter how much you try to help the person, you know. So right now, this may be a time for you to release someone who isn't necessarily taking good care of themselves, and in turn isn't taking good care of your relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It could be you cutting off a friendship, someone that from someone who, you know, you've tried to be supportive of, but you're getting an understanding that there's only so much that you can do to help a person, and the person needs to help themselves. So I think that in some way you're trying to teach this person a lesson to realize that if you are valuable in their life, if they think you are an important part of their life, that they need to make some changes to keep you in their life. And at this time, you're deciding that your best bet is to, or your safest or more healthiest choice for yourself, for your health, your well-being, your emotional well-being, your physical well-being, everything, that is for you to walk away. So I feel like that's what it is so much. And I feel like it's you also having the courage to do that. I don't think it's you necessarily drinking, but I think there may be some negative, unhealthy habits that have been interfering with your relationship, and it's you finding the courage within to make the decision to end something that isn't working for you anymore. Okay, I'm sorry to just read that for you, Aquarius, and I hope everything works out. Okay, all right, for Pisces. Pisces, you got family, generations, children, ancestors, and origin. So at this time, Pisces, you may find out that you or someone else may be having a baby. There may be creating a family. You may be having a discussion with your partner about having a family together, because you see there's a couple here with a child. So this is something, there may be something going on within your family. You may be already married. You may already have a family. So there may be some things that you need to talk about with your partner to bring some sort of balance in your relationship. If you felt like your child or children have been more taking precedence over your relationship, which is totally normal because children are very dependent on their parents. But it's important for you and your partner to take time for yourselves, to reconnect, have a date night possibly, if that's possible. Hopefully you could have a date night, you know, just to reconnect with each other, just to touch base, see how both of you are doing, and think about a game plan about how to spend more quality time with each other. So I feel like that's what it is for you, Pisces. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the reading there for you all. I hope you enjoyed this impromptu full moon and Libra love reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. My name is Tam from Artemis Oracle, and I really appreciate you taking time to watch this video. If you resonate with any of the content, anything that I've mentioned in this video, please give this video a like, and consider subscribing. I am trying to reach 500 subscribers. That is my next goal, so I would really appreciate your support. So thank you so much, and I'm wishing you a wonderful weekend ahead.